Bringing the hit show Outlander to life requires significant effort and dedication from the cast and crew. The intense themes and emotions depicted on the show demand a high level of commitment and skill from the actors to portray their characters accurately. How did Balfe hide her pregnancy while shooting season 6? Were the wars on the show historically accurate? Keep watching and find out. First off, season 1 had some interesting BTS. There was already tension between new arrival Claire, played by Katrina Balfe, and Jamie, played by Sam Heughan, when she looks after him in episode 2, Castle Leoch. In the middle of casting, with Heughan locked in, the thing that sealed the deal for Balfe was an intimate screen test. Executive producer Ronald D. Moore said there was a lot of on-camera chemistry between the two. It was too much not to cast them, and clearly he was right. Here's a fun fact. Outlander book series author Diana Gabaldon had a cameo in the show as Iona McTavish in The Gathering, and learned that Highland glamour isn't an easy style to deal with. She said that when you've been tightened and dressed in all the layers, you can't do anything other than walk and wave your arms in a puppet-like way. It looks like she found that out the hard way. In The Search, Claire was looking for a kidnapped Jamie with the assistance of his feisty older sister, Jenny Fraser Murray, played by Laura Donnelly, who had given birth just some days earlier. Coming up, Balfe had to deal with a challenging dress. Balfe may be an ex-runway model, but managing herself in a dress 4 feet 2 inches wide would be a big deal for anyone. The crimson stunner that Claire was dressed in while going to the French court in Versailles was made by costume designer Terry Dressbach for Not in Scotland Anymore. Behind the scenes, you can see what a pain the dress must have been to deal with. Well, you know how the saying goes, no pain, no gain. The episode Preston Pan shows us up close that violent, stunning, and controversial win for the Jacobites over the British. Episode writer Ira Stephen Bear said that they tried to keep it as truthful and historically accurate as possible, as much as they could. Let's not forget this did happen hundreds of years ago, so they're bound to get a few things wrong. Bear also said that when Dougal, played by Graham McTavish, stabs a British soldier after winning the battle, he often moved between being loved and hated, and they just wanted to show people how brutal war can be and what it can make a person do. A shocker from the books emerges in Untimely Resurrections, when Black Jack Randall, played by Tobias Menzies, is spotted in Versailles. According to episode writer Richard Kahan, his encounter with Jamie and Claire turns out to be really creepy. Moving on, we got to see a war. The opener, The Battle Joined, would be the final episode for Rupert, executed by the Redcoats after Culloden. Bud explains E.P. Moore that character was already dead by this point in the books. He saw it as a chance to give Rupert a fitting farewell, and that's what happened. While filming the Battle of Culloden, where Jamie and Black Jack finally square up against each other, it needed an army of extras, roughly 160 per day, which added to a total of 1,100. One of their jobs was helping camouflage stuffed dummies piled up to look like the corpses of soldiers killed on the field. There were endless rows of chapeaux and stacks of racks. For the show's 3rd season, costume designer Dressbach needed outfits for 20th century Boston and Scotland, 18th century England and Scotland, and the most unusual of these was, for a much welcome change of scenery, Jamaica and a West Indies voyage. Heughan was snapped, having the time of his life, enjoying the winds aboard the Artemis, and by the way, that ship was custom made for the show in Cape Town, South Africa. The 2 other ships in the same storyline, the Bruja and the Porpoise, had also been used in the Starz pirate drama Black Sails. Coming up, Balfe and Heughan are BFFs. In North Carolina, which was supposed to be Scotland, Jamie and Claire built a 10,000-acre home named Fraser's Ridge. Balfe says that there will always be external influences since it's Outlander. For example, look at Heughan's Jamie. He had a run-in with what is seemingly a bear in Common Ground. Costume designer Dressbach took a whole year of research to bring as much authenticity as possible to the wardrobe for Cherokee and Mohawk Nation characters. Still, with few details and hard to find, she also looked at practical concerns like climate, which is pretty smart. Some actors took to their phones or went over to their trailers as soon as cameras stopped rolling, but Heughan and Balfe, being as close as they are, love to mess around. A photo was snapped of the two on set, but Balfe decided to photobomb it. The chemistry between the actors on the show extends beyond their on-screen romance, as they are also close friends in real life. In a tweet, she praised him for having a big heart, being exceptional, and providing her with valuable advice. 2 Northern Inuits play the role of young Ian's dog Rollo. Executive producer Merrill Davis revealed that they brought 2 puppies and gave them names too. One of them was a better actor, and he's not the aggressive dog of the books. He's quite a nice dog with a laid-back personality. In this photo, Balfe gets her hair touched up to reflect Claire's natural aging process as the show progresses moves through time. She has expressed her enjoyment in playing the character at different stages of her life and finds it intriguing to explore the impact of time on an individual. Next up, Hewan can do anything. Whether it's a familiar scene wielding an axe or a planned fight sequence, Hewan has proven that he can do just about anything. Stuntman actor Flint Eagle, who played exiled Cherokee Skilly Yona, said he'd never fought with anyone who was as fit as Hewan. The man is really a phenomenon. Vile Stephen Bonnet, played by Ed Spaliers, gets his comeuppance in the episode Mercy Shall Follow Me. The rapist, murderer, and smuggler were not like the last villain. According to executive producer Matthew B. Roberts, he perfectly imitates emotions and can blend in anywhere. In Never My Love, Claire's rape is depicted in a unique and powerful way, through her visions of family members such as Murtaugh and Aunt Jocasta. According to E.P. Davis, these visions serve as a coping mechanism for Claire, allowing her to retreat into her own mind and escape the reality of the traumatic event. The episode The Ballad of Roger Mack shows us the Battle of Alamance Creek, which pits Jamie, living up to his commitment to the crown, versus his fellow Scots. E.P. Roberts said they decided that Jamie had to be coerced to wear the red coat. Ballad also marks the passing away of Jamie's godfather, Murtaugh. Marsali and Claire didn't get off to a good start. Flash forward to season 5, when she turns into the healer's eager and often horrified apprentice. Lyle says that she trusts Claire, and is also probably quite honored that Claire would trust her. Here's how Balfe hid her pregnancy. Katrina welcomed a joyous but additional layer of difficulty because she was with child during season 6 filming. She and her husband, music producer and band manager Anthony McGill, proudly announced that they'd had a boy to the world in 2021. But the issue was that her character wasn't pregnant, so Balfe in Allegiance was given special help from costume designer Trisha Begar in concealing her pregnancy. Trisha did her best, getting the costume slightly bigger early and more voluminous so that they could hide things under, according to the actress, who's since given birth and is now mother to a baby boy. Surviving being hung in the previous season has changed Roger. From here on out, Rankin says that for his character, it's about accepting and learning to live with the change he's gone through. There were some new arrivals. Siblings Alan and Malva Christie, played by Alexander Vlahos and Jessica Reynolds, showed up at Fraser's Ridge with their father Tom, played by Mark Lewis Jones. Malva is awestruck by Claire, Reynolds says, and turns into the healer's new apprentice. As for Alan, Vlahos says he's had a difficult past and is just trying to get by. The latest season dives into the American Revolutionary War, and Rankin, for shooting the 5th episode, got ready by growing his hair in the 2020 lockdown. Well, at least this way he won't have to wear a wig. Finally, intimacy advisors join the crew. While not technically ancient or anything, this set brought to us under the supervision of the amazing seasons 1 through 5 production designer John Gary Steele is a carryover from season 5. The house in the show remains unchanged, with familiar spaces such as Jamie and Claire's bedroom, Claire's surgery, and the dining room remains exactly as they were. However, the set designed by Mike Gunn expertly portrays the passage of time through subtle improvements and updates. The Fraser's Ridge community is also thriving, with the population increasing and everyone working together to prepare for the approaching winter. One new team member we've heard quite a bit about is intimacy advisor Vanessa Coffey. On the Drew Barrymore show, Sam Hewan chatted with Drew about how the support of intimacy advisors is more widespread now than when he and Katrina Balfe were figuring things out in season 1. His exact words were, "Bringing someone on board means we're all more supported, and we can find new ways to, I guess, be more intimate and to add more to those scenes. For all those taking part in the filming, we're going to take a wild guess and say that filming such intimate scenes during COVID must have been the most challenging thing. Regular testing 3 times every week in a private center constructed at the filming studio and socially distancing in their tents must have been hard. It definitely must have grown exhausting, even with a fixed shooting schedule." Can you think of any other cool behind-the-scenes moments from the set of Outlander? Let us know in the comments below. That's it for today. If you liked the video, please leave a like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content just like this. See you in the next one.